Seems like it's good. Seems like it's good. Nice. Okay. Just... All right. This be a nice,
This be a
turbo
nice
chill session for me.
turbo chill session for me.
If anyone's watching this in post, got a ton of agates and an absolute ton of petrified wood I need to clean from all the mining streams I've been doing. And I was thinking about it. You could call this prayer, especially when I'm cleaning the petrified wood. Petrified wood
especially
is
when I'm
technically
cleaning the
fossil.
petrified would, because petrified wood is technically
Oh, my hands are gonna get
fossil.
hella wet doing this.
Oh, my hands are gonna get hella
Yeah, I might
wet.
not have thought this one through.
I might not have thought this one through.
First of all, let's get some money out.
First of all, let's get some money out.
What are we gonna do? Let's just chisel opals for now until I figure out something better.
Let's just chisel opals for now until I figure out something better.
Should be fast levels.
Fast
Opal,
levels.
maybe a few hundred.
Eh, a few hundred.
Maybe a bunch. And give me a chisel. We're gonna break a ton of these at the beginning.
We're gonna break a ton of these at the
It's all
beginning.
gonna be good.
Oh, gonna be good.
Okay. Way to do this. Okay.
I need a way to do
Everything's super
Dang.
damn
everything's super damn
well. I was gonna bring a roll of paper towels with me. Alright, there we go.
Alright, there we go.
Hey, it's Andrew. How's it going?
Hey,
Well.
Andrew, how's it going?
Look who's back.
There's no fish for me to not catch today.
There's no fish for me to not catch today.
So you can't be a professional hater today.
So you can't be a
It's a real
professional
tragedy.
hater today. It's a real tragedy.
Yeah, I've just been doing like a ton of programming on the side. I haven't really had time to make videos or stream.
On the side, I haven't really had time to
But
make
now that
videos
my
or
coding's
stream.
kind of done for the week,
But now that my
I should be able to
coding's
make
kind
some
of done
pretty
for
good
the
stuff.
week, I should be
Check
able
out
to make
this.
pretty good stuff.
Agate.
Look at this.
Something is messed up
One
with
of the
your
nicer
audio
ones
and
we
stream.
found on stream.
One of the nicer ones we found on stream.
Everything you say is being said twice. Audio and video isn't in sync.
Swear to God, it's funking me. Test.
Followers enjoying the jazz.
They are.
I heard test.
Yeah, hang on. Here, I see what's wrong with the code. Give me a second. Okay, I think I saw a bug. I think I found the bug in the code. Let me know if that fixes it or not. Jeez. Yeah, we got to fix our washing machine. Did I train construction while I do that? I should probably test that it's actually pushed a change through. Yeah, it does seem to be working.
I'm not hearing everything
Is
twice.
the audio better now? Audio and the video are still out of sync. Okay.
But the audio
So,
and the
can
ID
you
is
do me
still
a
very
favor?
out of
Can
sync.
you just tell me how out of sync it is? I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and clap. Can you tell me if the audio is early, late? I can fix all this in real time. Look at this rock.
Hold up, do it again. I
Oh my
wasn't paying
goodness.
attention.
I'm just gonna start turning it off when the phone acts. Oh, you weren't paying attention? Okay, so 3, 2, 1. I'm turning off the microphone, Brooke, not the washing machine. If the audio is a few seconds early, I know how to fix it. If the audio is not a few seconds early, we're kind of SOL. And I'll have to do some testing off camera.
I think it's like a 4-ish second delay.
Black agate. Did I remember if I streamed this all or not? It's like 4 seconds early. Okay, give me a second.
It's like 4 SEC
I actually do know
early.
how to fix this because I encountered this a long time ago. Okay, can you tell me if this fixes the audio? So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, clap. And if that is the bug that I think it is, because I remember it's exactly a 3100 millisecond bug. Looks better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can adjust the parameters a little bit since it's a different protocol. It's probably not exactly the same.
It looks better.
Desync as before. So just let me know if it needs to be like a little more or a little less. But man, I'm glad you came into the chat and said something. Otherwise, I would just be talking like with a 4-second delay on the video for the whole time. And then when I go to edit the video, I would be really upset that no one said anything.
It's like almost synced up now, just a really slight delay.
Really slight delay. That's what I figured. So when I go watch the video, I'll actually go watch it with like a frame counter. And then I'll be able to see exactly what the delay is, like down to the frame, and fix it. But for now, it's just going to be slightly off.
Why aren't you
kinda
streaming
fed
on
up with
TikTok BTW?
streams. There's so much more work. And the last 3 streams in a row, TikTok like restricted the account saying it was, or restricted the stream saying it was like a restream and unoriginal content. And I just can't be asked to deal with that every single stream. And like, don't get me wrong, it's probably because it's, you know, if you were running TikTok and you saw, you know, me feeding just a ton of like HTML overlays and you know, chaining together URLs and everything, you'd totally think I was doing something sus. But it means that I practically can't stream on TikTok with this new server. So rather than going through all the effort of going live on TikTok and, you know, setting up the AI to watch for the CAPTCHA and tell me when I have to go in and solve a CAPTCHA and dealing with, you know, like on YouTube, I can hear when you guys talk. I don't actually have to look at the chat in order to read it. The latency is also a lot lower. So you guys, like as soon as I say something, you guys can hear it. Especially when I'm not multi-streaming. When I'm not multi-streaming, I can set the latency to like just even lower than it is right now. But the way I see it, I only have so much creative bandwidth, and TikTok was just sucking too much of it. I'll definitely make some more videos this week, though. Because like, it's so much easier to make videos on that platform. I don't think I'll ever stop posting to it. It's just, I don't feel like I need to jump through hoops anymore, so I'm not going to. Oh, also, I've been cooking up some really cool AI tools this week. No, so the story about that is
Are you embarrassed to post the final episode to the Catch to Sue Ride VID because you didn't make it to the top?
I wanted to release the TikTok and the YouTube video at the same time. But honestly, I might just not make a YouTube video for that series, or at least not yet. Because the YouTube video is like a whole month. It's going to be dozens, like 10 to 20 hours of work. I have about 2 terabytes of footage I need to sift through. And it's just like the sheer scale of the work is turning me off from it. And I don't want to release the YouTube video without the TikTok, and so neither of them are getting done. Which I know is like a toxic trait of mine, but still, it's how my brain works. Also, by the way, I did my best to bonk Mr. J and stop him from talking to you guys. Is he reading all of your comments still? Because if he is, he needs to be scolded and told to stop. Yeah, it's actually a really cool find. And just remembering now, we did not stream this adventure. Oh wait, you can hear him. Ah, this dude. Look at this
Yes.
tool. It's like a dragon tooth piece of quartz. I'll bring it up to the camera so you guys can see it. I gotta stream at this place. This place you literally like
He says
crawl
it very
into
loud.
a cliff and you start digging, but it's got all these really, really cool quartz and agate. So it's worth the risk. And if you know how to rock climb, it's not even that scary. I'll turn Mr. J off. Okay, he's completely disabled now, so he can't respond to me. He can't read your chat. Okay. I'm just going to exit this altogether. You were very unhelpful today, Jarvis. Bad bot. Have you noticed that ever since I increased his thinking power, he's been much more misbehaving? Granted, it is because I changed like everything about how he operates in the code. It's under battery, right? How to extend screen time on iPhone. Settings, display, and brightness auto lock is what it's called. Lock. I'll set you to, just set you to never. It's a bad idea because I'm going to forget to turn it off and my phone's going to die. But then when I turn it back on, I'll remember. All right, there we go. Hey, he's just been really obnoxious lately. I mean, the thing is, like, everything is on new ports. He's using a new model. He's using CUDA, so I had to learn how to integrate things with CUDA. So, all sorts of fun stuff. But he is a lot more powerful now, like, in terms of internal tools. So what I've given him the ability to do is anytime I set up any of the bots, he starts recording the live streams in full HD. And then so he'll start recording in full HD, right? Then at the end of the stream, he'll initiate a thing where he'll transcribe the entire stream into 2-minute chunks, right? He will then process all of those 2-minute chunks and rate them based off of how likely it thinks it is that there's a clippable moment. And then when it's done, it'll present to me this user interface where I can select which of those moments are worth clipping. So like I just go in and I say like, yes, this one, yes, that one, yes, this one, yes, that one. And then he will chop all of those clips into 2-minute segments with 10 seconds of buffer on each time and put them in my video editing folder for me. So that way I get reminded of what actually happened during the stream. And, he's not writing the script or anything. But I'll remember like with all these prompts, like, oh yeah, that did happen. That was really fun. Yeah, let's include that in the video. And then I don't have to go searching through like a 5-hour VOD later. It's just always right there for me. And I feel like that alone is going to save me hours when it comes to making, especially the TikTok versions of the video. That was like Now that I'm not making intros anymore on TikTok, like the biggest time sink was always finding where in the GoPro footage, like the clips were, so that I could cut them into HD feeds. And now I don't have to do that step as much. You know, he's not gonna get everything, right? He's gonna miss some things, but I've also made him export a text file of everything he's found. So that, like, let's say if there's a 5-minute fish fight and I'm quiet for 5 minutes, but like it's all part of the fight, I'll have the timestamps where I can actually go back in time and then go grab the longer version of those clips. All right, so here is all the agates. Hey, Brooke, what were those fun black agates we found called? Brooke. Brooke. Hang on one sec. Brooke. Remember those black agates we found? And like I was crawling into the cliff side to go get them? You went with your dad? We had to walk up that long road? What are those agates called? Plum agates. Bloom. Okay. Here you go. Let's put these in the light so you guys can see them better. Look at all these plume agates and quartzes and all this really nice stuff. We gotta get rid of some of this. Can't legally sell it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Go outside, because I saw the warehouse fire. That sucks, dude. You want me to mail you some agates as an apology? Dude, we got, here, let me just show you, like, we got so many rocks that we've collected just all over the place. It's like this house is slowly turning into a rock garden. They're like even in the plant pots, if you look carefully. And then I've also got from that mining trip, remember the one we did on camera? How much freaking petrified wood I have. I've been like literally trying to give it away, but I'll probably take some of these and hide them around town for the kids. The kids would like them. No. Dude, hang on, I gotta show you something. My mic might start to cut out as I go outside, but like, there's like rocks here that we don't know what to do with. I'm not gonna let Chester out. I don't know if the audio cut out there at all, but so I just started being quiet. But yeah, we got like literal piles of rocks just all over the place that need to be sorted. And again, that's with getting rid of quite a few of them. Central Oregon rock hunting. Yeah, I really need to change my name to be more general, because I do so much more than just fish. Just like, I mean, to be fair, most of it was Brooke and her family, but I definitely have gotten into it. Talk about how many rocks we found in this area. Thanks, Brooke. You're not on TikTok, so you can say things like fart. I said you're not on TikTok, so you can say things like fecal matter, your favorite words. Hello.
Beastie McGeestie.
Hi, Brooke. That's gonna be a clip. It's gonna. The thing is, like, I feel like geologists would be smarter than that in 800 years, just because so many people have like rock collections and rock gardens. I think it's going to be a lot more fun to just kind of like hide them around Central Oregon and, you know, places that like other people will find them, but they don't belong. It would also be fun to just make like a little store where I sell the rocks for like the cost of shipping. And that way I can just mail them to people without going into the hole. But I feel like TikTok would take a pretty big cut. But even if they did, like, I wouldn't mind just like filling up a flat rate box and sending it to someone. You know what I mean? Where I just put like one box on the storefront and then make it available. Like the first person to buy it gets like a whole UPS standard rate, just crate of rocks delivered to their door, all from the stream, and then it's their problem and not mine. You know, honestly, that would be a pretty good way to handle the rock hounding streams, because I love collecting them, but I don't like having them. And one of the nice parts about not being on TikTok is I can make myself a mics real quick. Where, oh, where has my sugar gone? Oh, where, and I don't know where my sugar is. Oh, is this sugar or is this hydration powder? Actually, hydration powder would probably be a good shout. It's sugar. You know what's fun? Like, the raw ingredients to make liquid IV are so cheap that I think it was 5 or 6 years ago, I made 5 pounds of liquid IV. I still haven't finished it. Granted, I'm on the last pound. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this every time I go to the gym. Never take it to the gym. I'm going to take this every time I go to hikes. I always forget it. Did I have the alcohol to this yet? Yo, how's it going? Welcome to the Insanity stream. That actually would be really funny if I did a cooking stream, but I just showed you all the ways to make alcohol around the house. Including a bunch of ways that don't require you to be 21. And then I just get banned from YouTube. Hey Adam, how's it going? I forgot the alcohol. I literally just made lemonade. I forgot the hard. It's just going to be a half shot, though, because it's already pretty late. I don't need to get trashed. Ah, there we go. Look who showed up. Criminally easy. Dude, it is criminally easy to make your own alcohol. I'm slowly getting better at it too. Like, my first brews were absolute dog water. Like, the worst tasting things. Oh, Brooke, you want to see a giant opal I found? I think it's an opal. I want your help identifying it. This is an opal, right? No, what is it? It was found among all the other opals. Feldspar? I don't know what gypsum is. That sounds like a slur. This is the rock we're talking about. Selenite? Okay. Gypsum, a japsum. Yeah, I know. I really like this one. This was one of the first ones I cleaned. That's one we found with your dad, remember? I like this one that we found with your dad. That one's my favorite, especially once it was cleaned. Okay, I like it. To be it's a shark tooth. That's what we're talking about. This one looks like a shark tooth. It's not, but it looks like. What? There is. We should get you on a mic and then you can help clean, Brooke. You're busy. Aww. Chat, do you think we should get Brooke a mic so she can help us clean? We should go back there. We should go back there with the pickaxe. We get way more.
The dendrites are plum.
Mm-hmm.
They call it plum agate because
Ah.
that's cause for.
You want to go after work one of these days now that you don't have school? Oh, Brooke is into this now. Hang on, Brooke's gonna bring it up to the camera. Let's get it in the light.
Like the little plume in it.
Yeah.
The little pieces of dendrite.
Yeah. I keep telling her we need to get her like, what are those called? Like a rock cutter and a rock polisher. And then she'd be in heaven. We do have tumblers, but we need to start running the tumblers again. You know, Brooke, I just realized we could probably use Google Lens to see what it thinks this rock is. It's not good at rocks. Brooke, you know what it says it is? Botryoidal agate or quartz. It's not even close. It's definitely not.
Probably picked on like.
Oh yeah.
Level.
Yeah, but it's definitely not quartz. It's not clear. What's it talking about?
No, that's feldspar.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't find a mega opal. We found a feldspar instead. Mm-hmm. Gypsum? Hang on, let's Google gypsum real quick. They came up with this city, gypsum rock. I don't know, that doesn't look right to me.
There's a lot of types.
This one's kind of close. I would think that's an opal for sure.
What you have is different.
Okay. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think maybe my opal deposit's actually a gypsum deposit and I'm just very confused? Dang it. I really hope the mic picked that up. That was so funny. Hang on, wait. We gotta get the cat tax going. Brooke. Look at this thing. Uh-oh, she does not like the camera.
He's scared.
Okay. I approached with the big stick and now she's hiding behind mom. It's okay, Chester. Build that up. I set, you know how like I have the mini map? I set my mini map to be the peak of Broken Top to see if anybody would comment. And someone said, how'd you build a house on top of a mountain? They finally noticed. It's not okay. She's gonna eat you, Chester. You are a prey animal. You need to run and hide. Also, by the way, what do you guys think of this? Oh, Brooke, can I get your opinion on this piece of rock? I found a bunch of them, and I don't know if it's cool or trash. This rock. I'm being autistic about rocks. Just hear me out. What's the green parts of this rock? I found a ton of them in the petrified wood. She's investigating. Some sort of mineral.
Also, there's like mixed.
Okay.
That's
It is.
all together. I can.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I thought it was jasper that was forming around in the bigger pieces. That's why I picked it up, but like there's some really big ones of those. Mm-hmm.
different.
What do you think we should do with all these rocks? Do you think we should just give them to like a viewer? Do you want to pick out the good stuff and we give the rest?
This is like this one.
Okay. Which one? Is that the shark tooth one or? I don't think we can tumble one that's that skinny. It's just going to fragment. Let's do a Kalshi sponsored gambling stream.
Oh shit.
Kalshi. You know, back in the day, I used to run like kind of similar to the TikTok or not the TikTok, the Twitch wagers on my stream, and they were really fun. But it was.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's what got me banned on Instagram. Or let me rephrase. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I didn't get unbanned. What got me banned on Instagram? Okay, thanks, bro. Wins max combat? Bro, I'm 7 defense and 22 ranged.
Michael has Michael Jackson.
Okay, Brooke, that's enough of that. You mean I'm a black man trapped in a white man's body? Could you beat up to train IRL? So my plan for training strength is pretty self-explanatory. My plan for training ranged is just to train, like literally train shotgun practice, because I need to get into better shooting shape for hunting season. My plan for training magic is to like learn magic tricks on stream. My plan for training defense is literally to just train ranged on defensive mode, because that counts. She does. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for attack, but I can get to at least 50 attack just by doing quests. And I don't know if I need dragon equipment for my goals. So I might just settle at 50 attack, honestly. The granite longsword carries you through most... What the hell is this? Bro, Dude, chat. I was cooking so hard. Look at this. Look at this. I literally just picked up a rock. This isn't even a mineral. It's just a rock. I must have been really distracted by chat. No, dude, what I gotta do is I gotta learn that magic trick where you clap your ass cheeks together and then the person you're fighting vanishes. But my goal for this account is just to get a fire cape and barrels gloves. So you can cheese most of the boss fights with magic and ranged. I'm not really thinking of anything that requires that much melee combat. I don't know if you guys can read that, but there's literally an OnlyFans advertisement going on in the RuneScape chat right now. Yeah, actually, that is a good point, Adam. I must have thought that I could use it to ride home. When do you guys want to see a shotgun stream? Like a literal shotgun stream. I was thinking about doing one tomorrow. Brooke, do you want to shoot skeet with me tomorrow? Brooke, do you want to shoot skeet with me tomorrow? Do you want to shoot skeet with me tomorrow after work? I just broke a big piece of petrified. Okay. You do? The dentist should be training mining with how he's going to town on that plaque. I'm gonna try time it so that when I want to do some fishing this weekend, and before I do fishing, I have to do fire making so that I can complete the slug quest. Fire making is going to be the hardest one to train, ironically, because of the burning ban. All right. Here we got a bunch of gems to cut. You shoot someone on stream, will keep a secret. Oh my god, dude. Dude, chat, I got a story for you. I'm not going to say who, but on one of the streams, somebody had an extremely illegal firearm. like a go to jail firearm, and they were shooting it. And I did my best to like never point the camera at them when they had it out so that they don't get in trouble. So I don't think you guys would be able to figure it out from watching the, what's it called? The VODs. But there was somebody shooting a felony gun right next to me, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know you. And there's also somebody that I'm not certain, but I think was shooting tannerite, which is also like super illegal. But it could have also just been a super high power rifle. But it was so unbelievably loud, I feel like they were shooting tannerite. Because that is something people around here do. Not just a felony gun in America, felony gun in Oregon. There are so few things that are banned in Oregon, and this is one of them. And also, wouldn't you like to know, Fed Boy? But like, I was genuinely worried. Like, somebody would patrol the area and like pull up on him, and I'd have to be like, we don't know who that is. He pulled up while I was going around the wilderness looking for bones. So I could train prayer in a fake game that I can only train in real life. Dude, when I was doing the catfishing series, people used to say like, what if it's a bait? Like, what if somebody's waiting for you at the spot? And I'm like, I'm armed. That would be a really bad day for them. I do a good job of not having the gun on camera, but if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I'm armed. And it's not because I'm worried about people. I'm worried about bears. You know, I smell like fish and I'm alone in the woods. The bears know that's a soft target. So do the mountain lions, but they're a lot less common. So I'll typically have my 12 gauge with me. And then, you know, the plan is if a bear is getting a little close, you just fire it up into the air and then suddenly the bear doesn't want any smoke. But it's kind of funny when like people from the city, like they don't understand, like you don't sneak up on people in rural America and try to ambush. I guarantee if you just like walk into a fishing lake in the middle of nowhere, there's somebody with a pistol, there's somebody with a gun. And it's for the animals. It's not even for the people. It's just, you gotta be safe when there's no cell service and you smell like food. No, I wouldn't shoot you, but could you imagine you're like some, like, oh, we're gonna surprise this Central Oregon fishing guy and intimidate and threaten him, and then you pull up to the lake like, we got him, there he is, and then you just see a 12 gauge next to me. Like, I wouldn't even have to say anything. I wouldn't have to brandish it. I wouldn't have to pick it up. I wouldn't have to threaten anybody. It'd just be there. People would realize the mistake. And then they wouldn't try to threaten me. And then life would be good. And if anything, it would probably turn into a pretty cool interaction where it's like, hey, how's it going? I love your content. I'm like, thank you. How'd you find me? It is really weird to get recognized, though. Because, like, I'm not popular enough that it happens often, but I'm popular enough that it happens. I'm going to be honest, Andrew. I don't think these people who are trying to, like, meet up, like, those kind of people that you see online, they're not trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not trying to have a shootout and risk their life. They're trying to show up with cameras and act big and tough and threaten people and be like, oh, you're that guy. Like, you see it all the time with the content around, like, what's the polite way to phrase this? The vigilantes who pose as underage people. Vigilantes who do a Chris Hansen. It's like, they're not there to talk. They're not there to, like, shoot the guy in a Target parking lot. They're there to rough him up. And make a video out of it and pull the camera out and get a bunch of engagement out of it. That is true, Andrew. I am probably one of the larger accounts. Actually, that's not true. What's his name? The podcaster lives here. Gary Lewis Outdoors. He's a really cool dude. I'd assume he's one of the bigger dogs. Brooke, are there any celebrities in Central Oregon? Like celebrities? There's that surfing guy. Who's the surfing guy who lives here now? The snowboarder? That's Jarvis, but we turned him out. Oh, dude's sick. Yeah, the surfer and snowboarder dude who lives here now. It's not the guy from La Pine. No, it's not. I don't know if he shit on him. I don't follow. Ashton Eaton? No? I know that. Okay. Okay. There is some like really famous surfer who lives here. I can't. Yeah, mainly surfer, but he also snowboards. The guy who makes the paddles for what's it called? Like what are they? Oh, I forget the brand. They're like one of the best racing paddles you can get in the United States for outrigger canoe. They're made here. My neighbor's more famous. Real. Yeah, nobody lives. Central Oregon, it's not good if you're like trying to make a career in any sort of like content creation because we have kind of dog internet. That alone is kind of enough to kill any sort of momentum that someone would get. Also, I can't remember what crafting level I need. Definitely at least 40 for Family Crest. I don't remember if I need higher than that. Oh shoot, I just realized I need 55 freaking magic for Family Crest. That's gonna be a grind. Sydney Sweeney's from Spokane. Damn, I didn't know Sydney Sweeney did meth. Cut the sapphire. Thank you. If you didn't know, Central Oregon and Spokane have beef. Central Oregon, Klamath Falls, and Spokane all have beef with each other. And it's all Spokane's fault. Okay, this is a pretty cool rock. Here, look at this one. This one's pretty sick. Hey, Brooke, what do you think about this rock? I think you'll like it. It's what I call a gagooble rock. Analysis has begun. Okay. What should I do with all these rocks when I'm done with them, by the way, once they're all cleaned up? That's a good idea. So if you guys want a little bit of like East of the Cascades lore, a bunch of meth flows from the weed area of California. It goes up through, what's that called? Klamath Falls. It goes through Bend. And then it's all feeding the meth trade up in Spokane, Washington area. So it's like that is the reason why Klamath Falls is so poor, by the way, because a lot of meth stops on the way up. You know, like totally ruined the city. It almost ruined like Bend. It definitely ruined cities like Chemult along the way. It ruined Madras for a long time. But like now that Bend has like real industry and real jobs and real like opportunity, our meth problem has kind of gone down quite a bit. But oh Jesus, that was so loud. We gotta fix our, what's it called? Gotta fix our washing machine, by the way. Not make up city names, dude. Get on Google. City names out west are the dumbest names ever. Like, here, I'll give you an example. If I were to drive to, like, Garibaldi, for example, I'm not talking about Garibaldi, California. Shit. That's so loud. Like, I'm not talking about Garibaldi, California. I'm talking about Garibaldi, Oregon. I'd have to drive through Salem. Now, I'm not talking about Salem, Massachusetts. I'm talking about Salem, Oregon. Oh, I found another just rock. It's just a rock. And then...
There's also Garibaldi, Canada.
Thanks, Brooke. Before you get to Salem, again, Salem, Oregon, not Salem. What's it called? Massachusetts. The biggest city is Detroit. Now, I'm not talking about Detroit, Michigan. I'm talking about Detroit, Oregon. It's so dumb. Like, all of our towns are named after other towns, or they're named after, like... There's literally a town in California called Weed. You know what they grow there, chat? I'll give you one guess. You'll probably get it right. That's right, they grow alfalfa. No, I'm just kidding. It's like one of the biggest weed spots in the country. Oh my god. Dude, you know what the funniest part about Klamath Falls is? Klamath Falls is a city next to a lake that has no waterfall. No waterfall. Now, granted, it's named after a waterfall that's relatively close. But it's not as close as you'd think it is, given the name of the town. It'd be like if Portland was called, like, Angel Falls or something, just because Angel Falls is 20 miles away. Like, yeah, but that's not actually where the city is. Oh, you guys want to know something even funnier? Shasta, California is not the closest town to Mount Shasta. It's actually named for Shasta Lake. You know. Here, I can explain living in the middle of nowhere. Let me help you out. I'll help you understand living in the middle of nowhere. Look. Hang on 1 second. I might lose the mic. See all that? That 3-acre property, the beautiful mountain views, the great location, how nice and quiet it is. My rent is probably half of your rent. You probably pay more than twice what I do for rent in LA. Just gonna throw that one out there. Three-bedroom house. Three-acre plot of land. No high-level corporate job. $20K a year, a dorm in Westwood. Fuck. Yeah, no cap. That is close to double our rent. Not quite double, but close to double. And if you don't get dorm for 2 months out of the year during summertime, that is double our rent. And you'll have a roommate. And we have a 3-bedroom house. Just throwing that out there. That's why people live out here. It's a different lifestyle, but it's nice. You trade off certain things. Like, for example, the job prospects aren't quite as good out here. If I were to go to the grocery store, it would be a 1-hour round-trip drive. So it's not like we can just go down the street to get some milk. You kind of have to be self-sufficient, because if your car dies out here, you got problems. Nobody's going to deliver a new washer dryer, so you better learn how to fix them. But the benefits are very nice. That's like the other thing about being self-sufficient. You really have, like, it kind of goes back to what I was saying about like having a 12 gauge with me. You kind of gotta. Nobody's calling 911 if you get hurt. You get jumped by like a mountain lion, it's you versus the mountain lion. And you have to be okay with that. Granted, mountain lions aren't that scary. They're only really scary if you smell like food or you have food. I mean, free board is definitely a plus. But between me and Brooke, we probably only spend $2 to $3 grand on food. Food is dirt cheap out here. Like, I had my parents over last week, and they kept commenting about how cheap, like, all the food was. Like, you can buy 2 dozen eggs for, like, $2. Or, sorry, 18 eggs for, like, $2. And whenever they have a surplus of the medium eggs, they go on sale for $1 a dozen. And they're all, like, farm fresh, free-range eggs. No, they came from around here. You know the chicken who made them. And beef's gotten expensive because, you know, we don't need to get into politics, but beef has gotten priced. But everything else is cheap. Chicken's cheap. Vegetables are cheap. Produce is cheap. You're also far, far away from fast food, so you're not tempted to, like, you know, it's not like I can say, hey, Brooke, I'm feeling a little lazy today. Let's go get Wendy's or something. There's no Wendy's. There's just no Wendy's. All right, Brooke, I got all the rocks. Do you want to go through them? Brooke, where'd you go? Did you want to go through the rocks? No. Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way. Let's go make a nice little presentation for all the rocks. Yeah. No. Yeah, like not having to cook is a huge plus. Especially in a dorm when you don't have like a full kitchen. Probably really nice to have food taken care of. Like, don't get me wrong, college life is fun. You gotta enjoy it. But it's very different. Like, city life and this is like semi-rural life where, you know, we're half an hour from town. There's people who live like 3 hours from town, and that's a very, very different lifestyle. That's not something I could do. And, you know, it's a town of, the metro area is like 150,000 people, so it's not a tiny town. It's not like you're 2 hours away from bumfuck nowhere. Like you're 2 hours away from a Costco and a Winco and a Walmart, Best Buy, and whatever else you need. Half an hour drive from town. Oh, you get used to it. I'd rather be half an hour away from town in no traffic than an hour away from town in traffic. What is your question? That's true. And you're really good at getting reassurance because you're really... Yeah, we are. I'm going to try to group these all together, too, into what type of rock they are. I'm going to keep this one.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
I want to keep this one because it's cool and black.
Are you sending?
I'll probably just make a box. I'll either give them away or like put a box on like a TikTok store and just charge them the cost of shipping, and whoever buys it buys it.
Don't get rid of that one.
Don't get rid of it. So which ones are savers?
Save.
Save this. Let's put the savers out somewhere else. Let's put the savers in the bowl. So we don't get confused later. We save this one, right? Where's the shark tooth? Here's the shark tooth. I'll take these into town tomorrow, and if I have an opportunity, I'll go hide them. Probably less effort than setting up a store. What about this one? This one's kind of cool. Remember, don't save too much, because we already have a lot. What about this? This one's safe. That's a nice block of quartz.
This one's cool.
Okay, don't save too many. What about this one? That one's pretty cool. This one's nice, but we have a lot like it. It'd be really fun. Find a bunch of fire obsidian and give that away on stream. Oh, people would be ruthless about that one. Any of these you want to say keep? These all are small and kind of gooble. This one's... Just because I hand it to you doesn't mean you have to put it in the keep. We don't have that much space in the house. This one's neat. Look at this pattern. Sounds kind of nice too. It actually might be fun. You know what? You know, it's a pretty fun idea rather than like selling it on a Facebook on a store. It might be really fun to like. Remember how I used to make Karens and tell people the coordinates and tell them to go knock them over? I should just have a big box of rocks. But we got to put some of the nice ones.
There's some cool ones in here. I didn't just steal all.
I will fact check the cool ones.
No, this is a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cool one.
Okay.
This is a cool one.
Yeah, but hear me out. Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you gotta find a spot for them then. Our windowsills are totally full.
This is a cool one that I kept for the people.
The boxer tins.
This is a cool one.
I kind of like the idea of just hiding it as a treasure somewhere and letting people go get it. Actually, we could go to the Glass Buttes this weekend. No, it's going to be wet. Never mind. Yeah, but the truck. Hear me out. We find a fire obsidian rainbow hybrid and we give that away for free. Hang on, we should go get the camera on chest. Go boost my viewership real quick. Hang on, chat, you guys are gonna get some cat. She really doesn't like this, by the way, but no, she doesn't like that big stick. See if I can get the big stick close to her without her noticing. Esther, look. What a cat. I kind of like that idea, putting a free rock things. Bro is the Easter bunny for rocks. I really am, though. Yeah. I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna put a nice gallon bag somewhere. It'll be fun to find. Wow, we do not have any gallon bags. Okay, that is a surprise. Is this a big enough bag? Oh, I can always make 2 bags. And I'll just stash these bags somewhere for like kids. Or adults too. Where do you think I should drop these, Brooke? The closest in and out. Actually, Brooke, I know a really good place that I'm going to hide these tomorrow. I'll tell you once the stream ends. I'll go make a little note for the victor, whoever finds it. But I think that's all. I think that's all, folks, today. It was a fun stream, nice and chill. I have 1% battery, so I'm just going to end the stream. And I'll see you all tomorrow in my regular time with something completely different. Adios, amigos.